Found something absolutely awesome on Facebook. You're gonna love this. Um, I haven't even looked at it all the way. I saw the first, I think maybe minute, and I was like, oh yeah, I have to show this. Let's take a look first. It's gonna hurt to watch it, but just suck it up, and we'll talk about it after.
Hello, Democrats. Thank you all for coming together to represent our party at its best. United, energized, and ready to wage and win the battles ahead. Now, as Democrats, we have diverse names and backgrounds.
That's damn sure.
We are Democrats, after all. But we're bound together by the values and hopes we share for our country. I'm grateful for all your support and hard work during the election. Being your candidate was the honor of a lifetime.
You weren't my candidate. I didn't vote for you. I voted for a Democrat all up until this election. I think this was the first election. Maybe Ralph Nader. But every other election, whether presidential, governorship, everything else, it was a Democrat. You cheated. I couldn't get over the hurdle. As terrified as I was of Donald Trump taking office, the moral hazard of allowing you to cheat, allowing your party to cheat and get away with it, and then turning around and being complicit in it was too much. Couldn't do it. You're not my candidate.
And I was inspired to see women and men from all walks of life and every corner of our country coming together on behalf of our shared values. And while we didn't get the outcome we worked so hard for, I'll always be proud of the...
I gotta be honest, I hate this shared values thing. I don't know what it means. Like I think I hate it because it reeks hollow to me. Like it's, like what are our shared values? I don't necessarily think you should topple governments, meaning I don't necessarily think it's a good idea to attack Libya and be giggly at the leader of that particular country being sodomized with a machete. Are those values you're talking about? I guess what I'm getting at is I don't know what she means by these shared values. It's like faux intimacy. Like it's their way of saying, pretending as if, oh, we're together in this. But they never actually define what that means. They may sometimes. Don't, again, I said it before, don't tell me, show me. Show me. Show me in the things that you do. I can only base your values based on the things that you've done in that office. Everything from the coup in Honduras, or assisting in the coup in Honduras, being one of the major pushes for Libya and the hell that place has become, the Iraq vote, selling weapons to Saudi Arabia while at the exact same time in the emails talking about how Saudi Arabia is a state sponsor of terror. Are these your values? Hell, selling fracking around the world. I mean, for somebody to believe in climate change, and yet they're still heavy into the fracking industry. You see what I mean? Those things don't wash. They clash. Like even if you're talking about the shared values in a sense of country, sovereignty, she was trying to pass the Trans-Pacific Partnership. The Trans-Pacific Partnership literally created an international body. It would have allowed corporations to sue the U.S. government if we did things to affect their profits. Multinational corporations. Meaning, there's a chemical in the water. Yes, I'm sorry there's a chemical in that water, but because you passed this regulation, you're going to have to pay me for the profits that I'm losing on that regulation. The rulings are done by a tribunal, an international tribunal made up of corporate lawyers and everything else. Many of these guys will be representing the same companies and then serving on the bench. This is absolutely obscene. It absolutely usurps sovereignty of the U.S. government. Takes it away. And it makes corporations almost equal entities with the government in many respects. I mean, it's an amazing thing to say that you're okay with passing some kind of trade deal where your laws of your specific country cannot challenge the laws, or it can't challenge the rulings of that court, even though the things that you're talking about are directly related to your specific country. That's what these guys were pushing. Certainly those aren't your values. At least I don't think they are. But those are hers. So when she's making this case about values, I mean, Tom Perez, same thing. He's talking about his values. Mind you, he's a minority who's trying to find ways to get other minorities to dislike another candidate using race as a smear tactic. Where are the values in this? Obama, taking it upon himself to say he, without any other branch of government weighing in on it, has the absolute authority as president to murder Americans. He doesn't need the courts. He said, what was the argument? Judicial review doesn't necessarily mean through the judicial branch. Something to that effect. What are your values when most of the wealth go to the top 1%? Like 95% of it. What is your values when the stock market is doing great, your chest thumping about how well you did with jobs? 95% of them were part-time or contract. You save the banks. You protect the banks, the precious banks. You allow the people with the mortgages to go belly up. These are value judgments. Look, I'm not picking on Hillary. I'm just saying, whether they realize it or not, Democrats talk a lot about values, but there's no there. It's just what they're talking about. All right, let's see this last part.
The campaign we ran, a campaign that was better and stronger thanks to each of you. After the primaries, we came together as a party to write the most progressive platform in history. Ideas we championed are now inspiring leaders and activists across our country. Nearly 66 million votes are fueling grassroots energy and activism. And everywhere, people are marching, protesting, tweeting, speaking out, and working for an America that's hopeful, inclusive, and big-hearted. From the Women's March to airports where communities are welcoming immigrants, refugees, and people of every faith, to town hall meetings where people are speaking up for health care, the environment, good jobs, and all the other issues that deserve our passionate support. Among those millions making their voices heard are future mayors, city and state officials, governors, members of Congress, even future presidents. The challenges we face as a party and a country are real. So now more than ever, we need to stay engaged, in the field and online, reaching out to new voters, young people, and everyone who wants a better, stronger, fairer America. We as Democrats must move forward with courage, confidence, and optimism, and stay focused on the elections we must win this year and next. Let resistance plus persistence equal progress for our party and our country. Thank you to the leaders who've already done so much, beginning with Barack and Michelle Obama. Thanks as well to Donna and the DNC leadership, and to the outstanding bench of Democrats.
Did she say Donna? Donna Brazile? Whoa. All right, keep
stepping
going,
up to lead us forward.
Keep going.
As long as we stand together and work together, with respect for our differences, strengthen our convictions, and love for our country, our best days are still ahead. So keep fighting and keep the faith. And I'll be right there with you every step of the way. God bless you, and God bless America.
So I'm going to see Hillary as Standing Rock, right? I'm going to hear her make another one of these about Standing Rock, how it's horrible that they're taking their land. Is that what I'm going to hear? I don't remember seeing her at that other Verizon strike either. I don't remember her hearing her say anything about when they were cracking down on unions in Wisconsin, for that matter. I don't like this phony intimacy thing. I don't even like the language. You know, it's like hopeful, optimistic. Why? Why are you hopeful? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, pessimism is not a survival trait. But sometimes they're using these words like hope, optimism, these colorful, delightful words that have no meaning whatsoever to them, only to make people feel a particular way. There's no there. Tell me what you're trying to say. But that's just it. She's not trying to say anything. The thing that she's trying to say is the feeling of it, if that makes sense. I want to communicate a feeling to you. What I'm saying to you doesn't really matter. It's the feeling I'm trying to communicate to you. I'm trying to connect with you emotionally without really giving you any particular information. You're not going to remember anything I said. You're just going to walk away thinking, I felt a little bit better after I saw Hillary Clinton. Yeah, I don't feel that way. I want actual information. I want real things. I don't want you saying this. This is ridiculous. And the idea you're going to bring up Donna Brazile, the woman who got fired from CNN for lying and cheating. That's gross. That's gross. All right, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna take a shot at her. I don't know why she did this. That's great. Whatever. I thought it would be interesting to see. It was the first time I had seen Hillary Clinton in a while after her and Obama and Deborah Wasserman Schultz and Donna Brazile and many of the other people she named gave the presidency to Donald Trump. Keep in mind, Trump didn't get a surge of voters. Like, it wasn't a situation where Trump had this massive surge of people. She just lost. Just lost. So, all those things that's going to happen with Trump, all those things that's going to happen to the country, remember that face. That's where you put the blame. Thanks, guys.